Be careful who you allow to supervise and watch your children. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I am a licensed therapist, and I've been counseling men and women who have been victims and perpetrators of abuse for many years now. One of the most common things, I cannot tell you how many people I've worked with over the years, is people who are sexually assaulted by those that their parents trusted or allowed to watch them while they were away. So beware of the babysitter. And this is especially true for young boys. I mean, the amount of men that, again, I've counseled over the years, but not just counseled, but even like colleagues and peers and things like that, that I've talked with over the years, a lot of them have been exposed to sexual experiences, by the way, trigger warning, sexual experiences either before or around the age of 8 years old by a babysitter who was older than them. And, you know, it's very similar for women too. And it does not matter if these babysitters are blood relatives. So, you know, it's still true, even if they are cousins or, you know, aunts, uncles, and things like that. So you always have to be mindful and vet the people and even monitor and supervise, which is one of the benefits of having cameras and stuff like that now. You definitely have to monitor and supervise people who are around your children. A lot of children that I've, again, adult children, I should say, that I've worked with over the years have had their earliest sexual experiences through babysitting. Babysit either through the babysitter or either even with other children that were with them. So maybe like an older cousin was watching like maybe a group of cousins, you know, sleepovers and things like that. And then, you know, them and their cousin that was the same age played doctor or something like that. You know, so it definitely manifests in a lot of different ways, through playing games of doctor, through experimenting, through, you know, just sort of, you know, these sexual games, or let me teach you something. That's the other thing, the other common phenomenon. I'm going to be your teacher and I'm going to show you something, or I want you to do something to me. So that's where a lot of children get their first instances of unwanted sexual contact. So always teach your children about the boundaries of saying no, what's appropriate versus inappropriate touch. And most importantly, I think the most important number one thing that I think parents can do to make their children feel safe is always allow your child to feel safe and calling you, because I think that also plays a big difference when a child can pick up the phone and call you at any time, you know, whenever they're uncomfortable. So I saw a TikTok the other day of a little girl who called her mom. She was sleeping over at her friend's house and her friend had roaches. And she's like, "Mom, come get me. They've got roaches over here." But also, you know, just feeling like there's an open door policy, like I can go to my mom, I can go to my dad whenever something's wrong, and I know that they're going to hear me. I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel dirty. I'm not going to get in trouble, you know, or they're going to be there for me to be able to talk to them too. So I think that's also an important thing too, because if you're a parent who's always gone and you're basically like a latchkey kid, it's the other group of kids who seem to get into a lot of stuff, or latchkey kids who are left at home for hours and hours alone with no adult supervision, or just without supervision, without connection, without anything to do, you know, so, or, you know, with people that, you know, maybe there's like a babysitter, a neighbor, somebody that comes over, you know, so those are usually the types of kids that get these unwanted sexual contacts. Thank you so much for watching. I'm curious to hear you guys' comments. Like, follow, and share if this is helpful.